Hi everyone, my name is Cathy Pettid and I serve as the Dean of Undergraduate Students at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and I'm really glad to have the opportunity to come and talk to you all about how you're doing. We are in unprecedented times with COVID-19, and we all recognize it's scary, but the best way to deal with our concerns and maybe even our fears are to get the facts and pay attention to what we know and try not to pay attention to rumor. So the first thing I want to do is point you to our website, and please make sure that you're reading that on a daily basis so that you know what we're doing as university leaders and you hear from others and you're getting the truth. Second, I want to remind everyone of what we tell all our students, which is to connect, to take care, and to get help. And so when we talk about connecting, connect with one another. Even though right now we are going to remote learning, you have the opportunity to connect with one another on the phone, to connect with text, to connect with technology. Now more than ever, that's going to be important. If there's a silver lining to any of this, it may be that we need to slow down and we need to really be thinking about what's important in our lives. And nothing is more important to human beings than the power of connection. The second thing I'd like to remind you about is to take care. And to take care, it's checking in with yourself on a daily basis. How's your body feeling? And I'm not talking about symptoms of do I have, a high fever or do I have the sniffles. I'm talking about thinking of your muscles, paying attention to how you're carrying yourself. I had the opportunity recently to talk with a large group of students, and to a person, I could read their stress in their body language. So if you're watching this right now, I want you to pause, and I want you to pay attention, particularly to your neck and shoulders. Are they up here? Because a lot of us carry our stress with our shoulders near our earlobes. And just try to take a good deep breath with your shoulders up high. This is what happens when we're stressed. Take a moment and relax those shoulders. Think about your shoulders being heavy. And then take a big, deep belly breath. Some people like to put their hand on their tummy to feel the oxygen coming in and out, whatever's comfortable for you. But think about it in a cadence of 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. And pausing and beginning again. And it's really important to pause in between those big deep breaths because we don't want anybody doing this, right? That sounds like hyperventilating. Our whole purpose of breathing and slowing down our breathing is to really fill our lungs and our body with oxygen. So pay attention daily to that. The other simple things you can do, you don't have to know how to meditate or have a special word. Even stretching, everybody who's with me, stretch those muscles out. Wiggle the shoulders, right? Pay attention to where you're carrying your stress. That's really going to help you. And thirdly, although this is going to feel a little weird, give a yawn for me. When we force a yawn, eventually what happens next is we take a deep breath. So those are simple things that you can even do at your desk while you're working on your homework or chatting with your friends remotely. So I've talked about connect, I've talked about take care, and now I want to remind you of getting help. And even in these unprecedented times when we've moved to remote learning, our counseling center is still there for you. As long as the campus remains open, the counseling center will be open for appointments. You can also request to have an appointment on the telephone. They are being very fluid in how they deliver and help our students. The other thing is we have always had access to mental health counselor after hours and on weekends by calling 402-554-2409 and following the voice command. If you hit number 2, you're connected with a licensed mental health practitioner. We all know stress and anxiety doesn't happen Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. It's usually 2 in the morning when we wake up and we can't keep our head from running in cycles of thoughts. If you need an opportunity to reach out to a professional counselor, we've provided that for you. Taking care and getting help doesn't mean you have to seek professional guidance, but it's there if you need it. Talking with a trusted friend, with a family member is equally important. And also reminding you that I'm personally available to you. I hope in the coming days to do this more often and have an opportunity to even perhaps chat with you live. But just remember, you have a Maverick family that cares about you, and we're here for you. So put your hands in the sign of peace, take a deep breath, and all will be well.